Ciao Elisa.
Hi everyone, I'm so sorry. We had like some connection problems at Matera Hub and I wasn't able to open the meeting. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. I have just a little problem with my camera. I don't know what is the problem, and I cannot do the on off telecamera. It's strange. I don't know why.
Well, we can start since since we're already late. Sorry again, and nice to meet you all. Welcome to the fourth webinar organized in the for Off the Beaten Track project. Today it's organized by Destination Makers, and we have Letizia as a facilitator and a host, Lorena. No, sorry, it's her. Lorenza, sorry. Yeah, Arena. Hi, nice to meet you, Lorenza.
Welcome to everyone.
Welcome. So today we're going to talk about creativity related to tourism and destination making. And so I leave the floor to Letizia.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. I don't know why, but my camera is off, but I don't know the problem. So I'm very sorry. Welcome to our webinar, and thank you all so much for being here with us. In the wake of what was discussed in the last webinar by Gabriella about the impact of the creativity into the development of a new idea, today we will delve into the world of destination marketing and tourism promotion, exploring the important role that creativity plays in shaping success. So if Lorenza can share the PowerPoint.
We're coming. There's some problem with sharing the screen. I don't know why.
I can try to give you the code.
Yes, can you change the role of Lorenza as the administrator, please, Elisa?
Let's see if now it's working. If you can try again.
Okay, I think yes.
Yeah, nice. Good.
You can see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Amazing.
Thank you very much. In an ever-evolving tourism industry, creativity is the key that unlocks new and exciting opportunities. It enables us to stand out in a competitive market and captivate audiences like never before. Throughout this webinar, we will show you innovative strategies and inspiring case studies that demonstrate the impact of creativity on destination marketing. So it's a great pleasure for me to introduce the speaker, my colleague Lorenza Arena, co-designing innovative strategies. Her expertise lies in leveraging the power of innovation, culture, and creativity to transform destinations and generate a positive impact on communities and territories. I remind everyone that at the end of the section, I don't want to steal any more time of the of the speakers, so it's a great pleasure for me to leave the floor to Lorenza.
Thank you, Letizia, and good afternoon to all of you. It's a truly pleasure for me to be here today in front of an entire female team to talk about a topic that is really important in my job, but also in my life as person, as a citizen of Europe. So I hope today to let you understand how culture and creativity applied in tourism strategies can represent the key to spread innovation and regeneration in order to create and co-create with local communities new tourism destinations. So let me introduce my company. Destination Makers is a benefit consultancy company engaged since 2013 in Italy and Europe. We look for implement participatory paths for destinations with the aim to generate impact and change. So to create creative, sustainable, smart, and new inclusive destinations through culture and creativity, through innovation, and through the ambition of exploring the potential of marginal areas, so to apply the strategies on lesser known territories in order to demonstrate that it's possible to have successful tourism strategies and also to create destination for good. So today, sorry, I have some problem with my screen. Okay. Today, I will show you some best practice and case studies of destination strategies, initiatives carried on by public administrators, communities, private entities that at national and international level are building new tourism strategies focusing on culture and creativity. Culture can also play a key role in keeping people aware of their material and immaterial heritage, with the aim to stimulate people to be responsible of their patrimony, to enhance, to protect it also for the youngest generation. So now let's move on this slide where I try to summarize what is tourism today. So which are the most important travel trends of 2023. Keeping in mind that these are international, that these are researched from international report, but it didn't change the fact that any one of us can find itself most represented by other personal motivation when it chooses to travel for new ways. So maybe now we will see together this bullet point item by item, but if you want to think and maybe share on the chat if you feel represented by one of these trend, or maybe if you are your personal one, and then I reveal my one while I'm talking about these items. So transformative and meaningful travel means that people around the world are looking for off-beaten path experience. So to live meaningful experience, to connect with local communities and make a self-transformations. Sustainable is the new luxury in the sense that travelers are now recognizing the necessity to protect our planet also while they are traveling. So they are looking at ways in which they can, for example, reduce their carbon footprint, or maybe they are looking for destinations that are accountable to this thematic. Family and solo travels represent two emerging trends of this year. After years of restrictions since the outbreak of COVID-19, people want to spend more time with their families, or at the same time, like in the case of the solo travel, especially for millennials, they are looking for experience something alone, or maybe in a small group tour with people that they don't know. Wellness and well-being travel. So it means that going on vacation can be used as a way to as an excuse to leave our daily routines, our stressful daily routines, and find wellness for ourselves. Then the desire to discover new destination, for example, exploring the creativity soul of the place. This is the focus of our webinar, so we will see together what does it mean. But I can reveal that this is one of my principal motivation when I decide to travel. And maybe this summer, if I could, I will like to explore my land in Sicily to find a new destination that use and apply culture and creativity in an innovative way. Workation is another trend that is becoming more popular because more and more people are working remotely, like digital nomads. So they are looking for destinations that combine both work services, like, for example, a good Wi-Fi connections with the possibility to have work-life balance. So to connect with the local communities and to find a lot of leisure activities during their free time. And then the bucket list travel. So in short words, after a lot of restrictions, travelers can realize their desire. Maybe they can go in the dream destination that is written on their bucket list. So I reveal my travel trend, my motivations. So if you want to share with me, maybe in the chat, maybe someone can read for me because I can't find the chat anymore. The chat. I would like to hear some of you, if you want, of course.
If you cannot see it, we can read the question for you, or the comments. So don't worry.
Okay. So I can move on. If anyone want to share with me, is
yes.
Can we interrupt and ask questions, or we have to write the questions?
Sorry?
Can we interrupt you for a question, or we have to write the question?
Of course.
Can you tell me more about it? What you mean as a transformative travel?
Transformative travel, it means that people want to experience something that is completely different. That it doesn't mean strictly adventure travel, but it means something that where they can have a full immersion in maybe being real local in destination they absolutely don't know, to have a positive impact, not only for themselves. So maybe they desire to be changed by after returning from these destinations, but also to give a positive impact on these destinations. So it is a kind of I think this travel trend combine and it's comprehensive also of the other trends, because any one of us I think consider the travel as something that can maybe let him or her understand something about himself, but also about the destination, the place where she goes.
But what is the difference with the experiential travel? So because the definition you gave is very similar to experiential. So is there any difference?
Well, they are a little kind of changes. I mean, maybe experiential travel can be associated more to a kind of adventure activities you can find in the place, or maybe something that is more physically transformative and meaningful travel can be also associated to a social impact travel. So I want to know change makers of a local place in order to understand something about tourism and its social impact on territories and first of all on local communities.
And last question, Lorenza, sorry. Is just an adjective of the travel, or is the methodology in itself? I mean, when you describe it as sustainable tourism, there is a methodology behind, okay?
Yes,
to implement it,
yeah.
etc. Or is just an objective?
No, I think we can define it as a kind of research, because it is a studies. There are a lot of companies, private companies or public companies in the tourism sector that used to make reports and research about trends every day. People change, world change. So this is one of these results of this research, this survey.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Laura, there is a message from Caterina.
Yes.
And she wrote, I can relate to all of them. The most is the desire to discover new destinations.
Okay, I agree with you. But Caterina?
Yes, I think.
Okay,
Caterina, yes.
Caterina, you mean through creativity? So you, when you go to a new destination, you look for exploring the creativity, the culture, the heritage of the destination. So maybe to discover, I don't know, tasting local food or something like that through creativity.
I think the both, but mostly what interests me are these forgotten places, you know, or they are related to some historic fact, or they are related to some cultural effect, or yes. So what I like, or what I really like to, I think that every place has something interesting, no? And many times we just have the ideas of where to go, you know, like to tourism, but even on the very common places we can discover the things that we didn't know before. And this is what I like, or what give me the motor of motivation to travel or to go to the places.
I completely agree with you, because I think that also near our home, not so far from our houses, our place, we can find something interesting, people that are doing something for regenerate their destinations, people that work to make planet a better place. So I can completely understand and fully understand what you mean. Thank you, Caterina.
You're welcome.
Okay. I can move on the next slide. Oh, okay, so here we had a survey of American experts about cultural tourism sectors. So we have some number. I don't want to bore you, but it's only to have a look at glance about culture and creativity sectors and how it impacts on tourism sector. So in Italy, the value of tourist expenditure generated by culture and creativity industries reached 30.4 billion euros in 2018, accounting for 37.9% of the total tourist expenditure. According to the World Tourism Organization, the 50% of visitors travel to explore cultural heritage. So as we saw before, they choose to travel with the intention to experience and taste the cultural soul and creativity soul of the place. Cultural heritage tourism represent 28.5% of the economic impact of the tourist sector in Europe. We will understand certainly how culture and cultural travel tourism enrich the community, local communities, and the economy of places. And then we have the definition of experiential travel. I can remember who was the person who asked me the difference between the transformative travel and experiential travel. But well, here we can maybe understand more, because experiential travel is something that is maybe strictly connected to an activity. For example, in this in the cultural sector, it can be associated with an idea of to have an immersion, a cultural immersion through cultural events. We will see a lot of examples after, or traveling looking for the culture identity of territories. So experiential travel is a little bit different by transformative travel. So I hope this is more clear now. Impact and purpose-driven travel. So people want to travel in destinations where they can be like local, so they can immerse themselves into the local culture, and also give a positive impact on the communities they meet. So this is an important thing. And here, this is a kind of idea that is moved by marketing in general. But in tourism, the golden circle can be applied as something that changes the focus from where you decide to go to the why you decide to go there. So people will decide why, how they feel while they are traveling, what they want to experience. So they are no longer interested in where to go, but the purpose of the destinations, in order to have a valuable experience. And then let's go to the heart of our webinar and begin our full immersions in through culture and creativity destinations. So a large number of towns are successfully reinventing themselves, and with a bit of ambition and vision, they are using their historic and natural heritage to transform themselves into highly desirable place, not only to visit, but also to live and work in. For example, Margate. Margate, not some long time ago, was a drab seaside town, so it was a degraded port, and it was gradually transformed in one of the best places to live in, for example, for the New York Times, with a lot of apps of art and creativity, like Turner Contemporary, that is situated on the Margate seafront, and it emerged like a creative quarter with a lot of collaborative space for local and international artists. And every year it hosts a lot of contemporary exhibition, like the one that was commissioned to a local artist that created this installation that is a kind of declaration of love for its city. I never stopped loving you. And it's also an example of public art. Folkestone can represent another model for seaside town regeneration. At the beginning of the 20th century, it was a trading port, and also it was considered a holiday destination for high society and royalty. Then it lost it at all for the introduction of a container ship and for unlucky events. But in 2008, a creative foundation decided to create this creative quarter house to establish this new creative quarter that nowadays it has seen as one of the best international art contemporary hub. Then Marseille. In recent years, the city has been discovered as a place with enormous potential, and it is considered one of the most considerable European regeneration projects in France and in Europe. It is a kind of a landmark for the Mediterranean area, also thanks to this Museum of European and Mediterranean civilization that is situated in this silos that was converted not only in a museum but also in a concert venue. So every year it hosts a lot of music events and other kind of events. Then the Oregon Coast, that is a destination famous for its natural landscape, but also for its strong artistic soul, where you can find art galleries, sculptures, murales. And here we can deeply explore the concept of public art, the idea that art must be accessible to everyone. So people, for example, can use the public art map trail in order to take a self-guided tour along the coast to learn about art pieces and sustain local art, while they, for example, make a segment of trekking or any kind of sport activities or activities in general. And now we can analyze some villages, marginal areas that I would like to name as hidden gems, characterized by a great cultural and natural heritage, which are very often at risk of depopulation and the impoverishment of younger generation. So cultural and creativity strategies can be a way for the rebirth of this dying place. This is the case of Santa Flora, a small village in Tuscany that after the pandemic emergency was launched by public administrations as the first smart village, smart working village in Italy, proposing itself as the first country in Italy to welcome digital nomads, smart workers to live in far from the chaos of cities in this small mountain village. And another great example that I love is Borgo Aielli in the province of L'Aquila, a medieval jewel famous for Borgo Universo, that is a street, 3 days street art, music, performance, astronomy festival. During this festival, tourists can appreciate the murals of Aielli, make photographs or naturalistic excursions, cultural events, outdoor activities that are accessible and inclusive for children, adults, and also they can take part to physics workshops. The Basilica of Siponto in Puglia is an innovative reinterpretation of archaeology realized by the support of art contemporary, and it is a conservative intervention designed by Michele Tressoldi that want to reimagine the Romanesque church that was erected 600 years later. So it is a real example of how culture and creativity can let people understand the value of heritage, of ancient heritage, in order to protect it and enhance it also for youngest generations. It is really important. Farm Cultural Park. It is in the center of Favara in Sicily, and it is now considered one of the international point of reference for contemporary art. Everything begins when a couple, she was a lawyer and he was a notary, decided to change their lives and to transform the abandoned neighborhood in a very innovative art site. So they began to both some houses to transform gradually them into a creative park. And today this place with Arabic style can be considered a platform, a real platform for change, and a place for contemporary art, for photography, for meeting, open kitchens, and so on. Another example is Catacombs of San Gennaro, that is a unique underground historical site that is managed by a local onlus with a social cooperative, La Paranza, accessible to all visitors, and it is an interesting project because it gives every day the opportunity to young people of the district to work and grow up professionally, and also like human, sharing beauty and art with their guided tour, so through culture. Then another example is the Five Senses Museum of Sciacca, that is so called because the idea is to allow visitors to appreciate the place within, experiences that involves all the senses. So taste, touch, listening, smell. You can taste savoring the typical local dishes, touch through the direct experience of local craftsmanship, or smell visiting the sulfur caves. Maybe you can understand the aim, the soul, if I can translate this slide. In Sciacca, the community of An Authentic Sicily welcomed me and let me know its history, its traditions, and its specialties. So the cooperative, co-founded with the local communities, found this project with the aim to make citizens aware of the cultural value of their territory in order to pass it to visitors and to temporary citizens. So this is another way to understand how culture and creativity can grow conscious communities for destinations, so for local communities and both for temporary residents. And then we will see briefly some example of innovative accommodations thanks to culture and creativity. Tree Hotel, that is an eco-friendly structure, an exclusive stay among the forest of Arats that allow people to experience an accommodation where they can stay fully in contact with nature, with the possibilities to make strange activities like launching trees or maybe explore and relax nature around the accommodation, go hiking and go for other activities. And another kind of creative accommodation is Asmundo of Gisira in the center of Catania. That is an art living boutique in Sicily where thematic rooms give to visitors the sense of belong to art contemporary, and also the possibility to immerse themselves in the district outside, so to connect with the local communities. There is something in the chat. Is there any question?
Yes, Josie wrote, I have been to Farm Cultural Park. It is amazing and they are stunning people. Thank you, Josie.
Thank you, Josie. We can organize a trip if you want. Maybe next summer we can go both or everyone who want to join us in Farm Cultural Park, because I can absolutely agree with you. It is amazing, a place amazing. I stay only once and I want to return, of course. So thank you, Josie. Thank you.
Yeah,
I've been several times myself and I love it. And I've been also to Mazzarino. I don't know if you know the other palace. They organize also in Mazzarino. It's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing.
I was thinking to go for their feast because they celebrate the feast in June, but I couldn't go. I personally know them, Andrea and his wife. They're amazing.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
think
and their daughters too. They're also amazing.
exactly, if you think that they were like a notary and a lawyer, and
Yes.
they were only two persons that decide to make something that is now considered an international best practice for contemporary art,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely incredible. So thank you.
You were mentioning also the platform for change. They have a publication about that. You know
Yeah.
that one, no?
Yeah.
I have a copy at home.
And they also found recently the School of Sustainability, the school, sorry, for little change makers. So they are also good in education, in spreading also in the youngest generation the importance of regenerate destination, take care of communities.
They're very focused on that in very young generation and regeneration and a lot of important stuff. And they are very genuine people. I love them too. It's a very nice experience.
Thank you, Giuseppe.
So, Lorenza, we don't have a lot of time, so we can try to choose some other examples.
Okay, now
I just would like to share with all of you a reflection how the creativity is presented by Lorenza doesn't only represent a marketing element of growth and development, but also a powerful, transformative, and regenerative force, because internal areas through these original ideas and creativity activities can not only gain visibility, but also trigger a path of significant renewal and growth for the benefit of the local population and the circular economies too. So I think it's a link about the question of Giusy, about what is the transformative tourism. It's also this point of view of the experience. Okay, I leave the floor to
Thank
you,
you.
Lorenza. Sorry, but I would like to share with all of you this thought.
Absolutely. You think I have time to? Okay, I will go faster. Let me show some events that are important in order to give visibility and attract also new new tourists, and through culture and creativity, like the Festival of the Sea, that is a full immersion of 4 days to give importance to the sea, with local food corners, events, activities dedicated to any kind of visitors, from families to children to adults, and etc., with the possibilities to come in contact with fishermen and craftsmanship of the sea. Or another, and it is an Italian-based cultural event that promote digital creativity through workshop, masterclass, talks that are aimed to university, artists, professionals of visual design, entertainment, technologies. So this is a kind of webinar expanded for people who are interested in cultural and creativity applied on most innovative technologies, and on digitalization. That is also one of the future vision of culture and creativity strategy applied on tourism sector. The innovation thanks to digitalization and the use of innovative technologies. Marsala Kite Fest, maybe I'll go faster. This one is an initiative by the public administrations of Stagnone Lagoon that has become one of the best famous place for windsurfer and kite surfer enthusiast. With this event, this Marsala Kite Fest, they try to make and position Marsala as the European capital of kite surfing through sport, gastronomy events, arts, and nature. Now, I'll finish with creative campaigns. So we will see in a brief overview some of innovative marketing campaign that through creativity become famous, and that especially benefit communities and local economics for the return in terms of tourism income and presence. For example, the Faroe Island closed for maintenance campaign that is inviting volunteer tourists from around the world to help preserve the natural environment across this volcanic island. So it will be giving 100 participants free accommodation, food, transport on the island in return of their labor. Another interesting campaign is the Sambuca Airbnb campaign. So the famous home sharing site Airbnb is looking for people interested in living in Sambuca for 1 year as an Airbnb host. So the host has the opportunity to live for free in a new renovated house, and it will have to welcome guests from all over the world for 1 year in this €1 house. Helsinki Think Sustainably is a service that aims to encourage operators of tourist sectors to find innovative solutions and make consumers and visitors more suitable in have a sustainable daily routines in their choice every day, and in this platform on their website of the project you can find accommodation, events, restaurant, shops with a commitment in sustainability. Wonderful Grottole is a social enterprise born in 2018 with the aim to encourage the connection and the attraction of new energies, new talents from all over the world that can exchange with local communities. So this is another opportunity to help and generate trust and reactivate local economy in this abandoned place. And I will finish with Recharge Nature. Recharge Nature in 2019. In Belluno Dolomites, Destination Makers launched Recharge Nature. That is a territorially marketing campaign to regenerate after the Vaia storm. With this international call, we looked for 10 highly stressed travelers who were offered and experienced a total disconnection from the stress of the city, with the possibility to establish connection and help local communities. This initiative immediately went viral, and over 19,000 applications were received from all over the world, with great visibility in national and international media. Here I summarize some of our strategy and analysis before launching the campaign. So we did a tourism analysis, we asked and we researched what were the tourist flows in the area, what was the destination reputation online. We mapped the activities, tour, workshop, in order to create and co-create a value offer that takes into account all the distinctive elements of the area. We listened to the real needs of people in order to build and co-create a process that was inclusive of the local community's desires. We of course made a SWOT analysis, and so we offer to participants an immersive experience in connection with nature. These were the participants. And thank you. I finished. I hope that I haven't talked too long and I have not bored you. I'm at your disposal if you have any questions or doubts, thoughts. Thank you for the attention.
I just want to tell you that in the chat, everybody is saying that they want to come to Faroe Islands.
Yeah. That's true.
There is a travel group.
Of course.
So thank you very much, Lorenza, for your valuable contribution, and I hope it has been inspiring for all the participants as well. If there is a question from anyone, or we can go. Elisa, please remember us the next appointment, next webinar, because I don't remember, sorry.
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to see if there are some questions or not, but are you sure you don't want to
The presentation available.
opportunity?
Eli, I said the presentation is available.
So you're talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
one about
exactly.
Lorenza.
So I wanted to say some things. First of all, some participants asked for for these slides. So I wanted to know if it's possible to share them.
Of course, of course.
Okay,
very
great.
much.
So we will send them to all the participants and put them in the platform maybe.
Oh, maybe in the chat, you mean? Or like in the platform of the...
In OTBT platform, I think, Elisa, you are speaking the OTBT platform.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, no problem. I can give you the PDF.
Yeah, we can do both. We can put them in
presentation.
the platform and share them by email. If it's fine for you. So
I just would like to add something, but it's a very typical Italian program. I don't know if Lorenza or some of you knows it. Do you know Generazione Bellezza? Because some of your case study were highlighted by that program is Rai 3 about Emilio Casalini, and he spoke about Eco Museum, Five Senses, Sambuca, Farm Cultural Park, and other case studies. So maybe if we'll find other best practices through that program. Is already at the 3rd edition, but you discover so many interesting things and places. But in Italy, it's just focus on in Italy at the moment, but maybe in the future.
Yes, I know the program.
It's an amazing program. It's an I love it.
Yes, I love it too. Yes.
So maybe for future best practices, you can, being enriching your slide that are already very, very good with the new best practice. But it's only in Italy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very interesting. So thank you so much. It was an amazing for the immersion into the tourism sector and all these creative approaches, how they can be useful for this sector. It was very, very interesting, and I really think that all the examples have been very useful for our participants. You gave like a lot of insights through the examples, through the even when you explained a little bit the process and the activities. Very, very interesting for their personal projects, and for sure also for some ideas who they're developing during the of the Beaten Track project. Yeah, so in the chat they're writing all of the case studies were very helpful and inspiring. Indeed. I think we all have the same thought on it. Really, thank you so much. Thank you, Lorenza. Thank you, Letizia.
For the opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thank you to you. Thank you, Lorenza.
So yeah, this was our last meeting of July. So we're waiting for you in our next appointment, which will be taking place on the 2nd of August at 2 p.m. 2 o'clock this time. Sorry for this time, but at the end the webinar was amazing. So so I put the links to subscribe to next webinar here. So if you want to do it now, or we will put it anyway in the platform and send it by email. So thank you so much for today. Enjoy your weekend, and we will send you the slides and everything.
Thank you
to all of you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity.
A nice weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.